got this beautiful old hollowed out log. And I want to make a stand for this salt lamp. Okay, so I've just cleaned out all the loose wood from this. It's been eaten out by termites or whatever those black burrowing beetles are. I forget what they're called. So I actually want to cut a lot of this away. So just to reduce the footprint, and I'm hoping it'll stand in this sort of configuration once I cut this away, but if not, we'll make some feet. Cutting's not going to be pretty, but let's get into it. So the battery died while I was making that cut. I'm about to clean it up and get it ready to pour some resin into it. Okay, so I'm going to quickly mix up some resin. And I just want to fill the cracks just to make it a bit more exciting as far as how much resin I need. I've done no calculations, I'm just winging it. And just for fun, I'm going to put some glow-in-the-dark pigment and add some red dye as well. Okay, I can only see this going bad. It's my first time filling cracks in timber like this. I feel like I should have varnished this before I started pouring resin. I am going to sand all this numerous times again. But it would have been nice to have sanded down to varnish rather than sand down to resin, sand through resin. Still got a lot of work to do. I really need to stop playing with it.
The next day.
So I've had another really quick go at resin filling some more. I learned a lot from the last time, and I've also just varnished the log as well. I'm going to have an attempt at these two big cracks through here and here, and just grab some Play-Doh to try and form a dam. I'm not sure if this is the way to do it or if it's even going to work, but I am going to have a crack all the same. So I've used a Play-Doh technique in the past when I've made fiberglass car parts with a lot of success. Like I said, I have no idea if this is an acceptable way to do this, but it is the way I'm going to do this. So I've popped some Play-Doh in. I pressed it in really hard through here. I have some regrets for doing that. But I will be able to clean all that out with a wire brush later. So I don't think that was successful. kind of think maybe wood putty would have been a better choice. When I've used Play-Doh or plasticine in the past, it has been on plastic or steel, not on timber. Fuck knows what happens when all this hardens. But all in all, I'm not mad for the experiment.
Tomorrow.
Alright, this is where we're at on this project. I definitely regret my choice to put plasticine or Play-Doh to try and make a dam for the resin fill, but we can't make a new decision. We just have to work with what we've done. So now I'm going to go ahead and sand all this back down to wood, and I'm going to get in here with a wire brush and clean out all this Play-Doh and bring it back to bare timber again to put another coat of varnish, or put another coat of varnish on. And then I'm going to have one more try at filling the last of these voids with resin. Since this is just a personal project and an experimental project, I'm just seeing what happens really. The end result will be exactly what I'm looking for regardless. So I'm going to start with angle grinder with a wire wheel on it. Now I've just cleaned off all the excess resin. I very dodgily just trimmed out a circle where this salt lamp's going to fit. I wanted to fill all this with resin, and I wanted to fill this crack with resin as well. So I'm going to attempt putting tape on the face and filling from the top down to at least try and plug this to be able to come in with another step and then resin the face that you'll see. I'm going to try that with some clear tape so I can see what's going on, since I can sand this really easily. Alright, apart from the fact that it looks like a murder scene, I now have resin in most of the places that I wanted it to be, where it was missing before. It's hot as hell in here right now. All I can do is wait and see in the morning if that was successful. Now I skipped a couple of steps. In all honesty, I didn't feel like getting the camera out. This is where I have to say it's done. I also just popped a couple of feet in the bottom. It was going to be a lot of work for me to level this out, so I just raised the back up. So it's now time to give it the first coat of varnish.
many months later.
I originally filmed this footage in November last year. Hang on a second. So I originally filmed this footage in November last year. I'd done most of the edit, but never filmed an outro. So there's the long lost video of my little salt lamp. I hope you guys enjoyed something a little bit different. And as always, thank you so much for spending this time with me. I truly appreciate it. I'm going to see you in the next one.